Alright, here looks like a giant hamster chewed on the door frame of the door in the garage going into the house. Starting to get a little dark, so maybe the light will help. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll just cause a big bright spot that the camera will pick up and won't be able to see anything. But, I mean, you get the idea. Chunks missing from the wooden frame. You probably see that okay. Again, going to do just a quick recap of what's wrong on the outside of the house. On the outside of the house, we've got gaps along the flashing. We've got some pretty good sized gaps between the rain gutters and the soffit. We've got some gaps that would normally be acceptable, but just on account of the sheer number of them and size of them, and it's getting to a point where it's a little bit ridiculous. I mean, come on, you can almost get well, I don't want to say that, it's kind of not right, but you can get something in there that shouldn't be there. Again, you can see up there behind the window trim up top, there's a good sized gap there, which shouldn't be there, but supposedly that's normal. Doesn't look terribly normal according to that house right there, which is the model home, which, is wonderful to have when you're right next to it, because you can see all the things that the builders have done wrong really easily. Once again, nice, good sized gaps up top. But when you look right here, this rain gutter is almost perfect on this side. It is almost completely flush to the house. It is flush back here. It looks like it's up there right. But once it gets towards this end, it starts to separate a little bit. This corner right here obviously needs a lot of work. You can see the beam above these pillars. The crown parts obviously aren't square to anything there. Excuse me, my hat's falling off. I need to fix it. On top of that, just more stuff with the rain gutters. Here they look pretty good up until you get underneath them and you can start seeing the gap. That gap's not horrible, but it gets much better a little bit further down, almost goes away, and then I'm sure we can all see it open back up a little bit. It's coming back. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful work. Here's another one that gets me. That vent thing up there doesn't have a cover on it like these three right next to it do. Why not? And I mean, look at the gap on the rain gutter here. I do better work than this when I'm like drunk. I mean, not just drunk, but wasted. And look at the flashing. Just like peeling up. It's like somebody just had no idea what they were doing when they were putting it up. Or maybe they're cross-eyed, birth defects and all. I can understand that, but then you have molding that's done almost correctly, like this piece here. I mean, you can see it's clearly flush with the fiber or cement siding board, whatever. I don't know what the heck they call it, but that's what they do. You can see where at the top it looks like it's off a little bit. Thicker on the right end than on the left, up near the top. Again, here by the door, I don't know if this door frame's on crooked, but you see how much room there is, like right there. See how much room there is there. Then it slowly dwindles away, only to mysteriously return once we get to the other end over here. You know, but all along here it just kind of gets nice and thin. You know, I don't know what causes that. You know, maybe the door's on crooked. You know, maybe the trim's on. You know, I don't know. I've given up trying to figure these people out. It's just more fun to point out all the little things they've done wrong. You know, again, with the siding, you can see the pictures. You might be able to see it in the light, but you can see how the siding is warped there. You know, it looks like it's kind of bubbled up or bowed out. I was told that was because the trusses up in the attic are crooked. Nobody knows why. Again, you know, the answer should be fairly obvious. Then, oh yes, I don't know. Oh wow, you can really see that now. Well, kind of. You can see this nice scratch in the glass. You know, these are supposed to be brand new windows. Why is there a nice big scratch in the glass right there? You know, seriously, people. You know, and then of course you got little bits of stuff hanging out of the various corners because whoever put the windows together did a bad job. And I'm not really sure if it's showing up under this lighting or not, but there's some surface scratches in the plastic. Coming around back here, once again we can see that the you know, the painting on the exterior painting is just terrible. Going over the gutters in the back, you know, we can see that there's kind of a gap towards the end here, but it disappears, you know, and becomes barely noticeable by the time you get to